Nintendo's a company that you either love to hate or you hate to love. It's a very difficult thing, man. I mean, these guys they do a lot of cool stuff, but at the end of the day, they do a lot of messed up things as well. I mean, tons of lawsuits. You guys know that against ordinary people, against developers, other, for numerous reasons, right? One of the more recent things was against Pocket Pair and Palworld with all these patents that they had out there that obviously are for like Pokemon, and then they went after Pocket Pair with some of the stuff in Palworld, made them change certain things. Like they had a patent for the way you like can mount certain creatures, the way you capture and summon creatures. It's just ridiculous. So Palworld, they got sued, they had to change things. But now there's this whole other new thing, this new patent that obviously any of this stuff, it seems petty, seems real petty. But these things could just have an impact on tons of other developers. And I don't see the reason or how the hell can you patent these gameplay mechanics, right? It's nothing special. It's nothing special. Like, how do you do that? Like, it should be like, oh, can you patent jumping? Can you patent first person shooters? Like side scrolling shooters? It just, to me, like moving left to right, how you pull out a gun, like, I don't understand it, dude. Like mounting a flying monster, like even just mounting creatures in general or summoning creatures. But this new one, this new one's really ridiculous, dude. Really ridiculous. And it's the way you summon like a sub character. And this has people really twisted against Nintendo because obviously this is being petty towards Palworld, but this could also impact tons of other companies as well. Like, man, you just gotta like you have to hate Nintendo for this crap. How does any of this shit make sense, dude? This was just like granted. Date of patent September 2nd. Based on movement operation input, the information processing system causes a sub character on the field based on first operation input. When an enemy character is placed at a location where the sub character is caused to appear, the information processing system controls a battle by a first mode in which the battle proceeds based on an operation input. A lot of mumbo jumbo jargon here. I think on Forbes, let me pull this up. On Forbes, they have an explanation of what the patent covers. So there must be a PC console or other computing device in the game is stored on a drive or similar storage medium. You could move a character in virtual space. You must be able to summon a character. They call it a sub character, by which they mean it's not the player character, but for example, a little monster, such as a Pokemon, that the player character has at its disposal. Then the logic branches out with items and being mutually exclusive scenarios before reuniting again an item. This is about summoning the sub character in a place where there's already another character that it will then fight when instructed to do so. This alternative scenario is about summoning the sub character at a position where there is no other character to fight immediately. This final step is about sending the sub character in a direction and letting an automatic battle ensue with another character. It's not clear whether this is even needed if one previously executed step where the sub character will basically be thrown at another character. The catch here is that the game must do all of the following to be infringed. The ramifications of this for something like Palworld or any game with summoned characters are unclear, but there's clearly a reason Nintendo is going after this. If you just summon a monster and battle it, this does not seem to be infringing. So, like, say, like like certain role playing games, you have a summons or something in a turn based combat game, and you summon a character and it appears on the screen and it does battle. That's fine, I guess. But if you summon a monster and there's no one to fight and it just follows you around, then that's heading towards infringement. So this could affect Pokemon like games or others depending on how they work. But it seems this is also meant to cover something more akin to Pikmin, which has this behavior. So I've been reading through this more and more as I've been recording this video. I had to go back and just kind of figure this out. Been looking at these figures and diagrams and reading the explanations of them. This stuff is so broad, and the way they explain this, it just leaves it so open, I think. They talk about, if you look at these diagrams, like it shows like, oh, throwing a like a Pokeball almost. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And like capturing something or summoning something. Essentially, the way I'm seeing this patent, it's talking about bringing out a sub character and the character like following you around or you giving it commands. So it could be like Pikmin, you telling the character to do something, or it just automatically moving. Like here, like it just follows you around or whatever. And or here, like you're telling it, hey, move over there. And then in this, I think it like engages in combat, like something appears, boom. Now there's combat. So then it goes into battle, and you have like an option to either give it commands in battle or it can automatically battle. Like it's in there, it lists it like, oh, there's multiple ways to do this. There can be automatic battle or a simpler automatic battle or where you give it commands. And it's like in these flow charts too. And then it does explain all these sequences. Like there's tons of them. And then capturing, like throwing a ball towards the enemy character to either capture them or you don't capture them. So it is talking about, it's referencing Pokemon and part of this as well. I think the main thing that I'm unsure of, like, you know, obviously I have an issue with these patents in general, no matter how they're formulated. Like I think there's generalized stuff here, but then at the same time, I'm unsure because there are things here where it's like when the throwing motion instruction is made, the game system determines whether or not the enemy character is present in a determination range on the field. Determination range is set based on the position. Specifically, determination range is range having determined size in front of the player character, so on and so forth. When the enemy character is present in the determination range, the game system causes the player character to perform a motion of throwing the ball towards the enemy character. Then when the ball hits the enemy character, a sub-character appears from the ball, and a battle between the sub-character and the enemy character is started. When a plurality of enemy characters are present in the determination range, the game system selects one enemy character from among the plurality of enemy characters according to the predetermined criteria. And then there's another section where it talks about capturing them and stuff like that. So, you know, and this patent, what page is this? 30. The applicants is Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. So is this specifically for Pokemon, or is it like, you know, where Forbes is mentioning like, oh, you know, Pikmin and whatnot? Because some of this, like, it can be confusing where it sounds like it's sub characters in general. But then there's all these things where it specifically sounds like Pokemon type actions. Does it have to incorporate all those things? Or is it like they're just covering every little aspect of the way sub characters work in the games that they put out? Right? Because there's things in here that talks about controlling the sub characters, telling them what to do, going into automatic battles where they automatically do things or where you tell them what to do, and then capturing or not capturing enemies. There's a lot of little things here where I'm like unsure, how is this patent exactly formulated? Does everything have to fit the criteria for it to infringe on their patent? Or is it like they can just, like any little piece, be like, well, that matches this section of our patent, you know, section 102 or what, you know, whatever, right? Like, I just don't like the idea of this stuff in general. It just seems kind of odd. Like if it's like you're just blatantly copying Pokemon, then that's one thing. But if it's like, well, your game has a sub character that follows you into combat, I don't know. Like, let me know what you guys think. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are outraged by this. I don't like Nintendo doing these kind of things, but I'm a little unsure now that I'm looking through this exactly how this patent works. Reading the Forbes article and other articles, I'm not even sure if these people know how it works. I'm not sure how it works. There's just so much information in here. I just don't like the idea of patents with these gameplay mechanics. That's just my stance on it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I just think it's crazy Nintendo going after, like, obviously it's targeting Palworld quite a bit, man. Like, they're trying to get rid of that game. That's the way it seems to me, but yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.